Sports magazine Moguls time. We're counting down the 10 highest sports magazine sales from December 2024. Here we go. All right, let's start off with some honorable mentions that just missed the cut, and we're going to begin with this 1990 Sports Illustrated. This is Michael Jordan. It's the Showtime issue, graded at a CGC 9.6. This one sold for $1,220 on Golden Auctions. Hope y'all like Michael Jordan. There's a lot of MJ appearances in this episode. Next up, also selling for $1,220 on Golden Auctions, it is Victor Wembanyama, and it is his first professional slam cover from 2023. This is the gold medal variant with only 94 copies printed. It's graded a CGC 9.8. From 1991, here's Michael Jordan. This is the Finally cover, graded as a CGC 9.6, also sold on Golden Auctions for $1,342. Next up, we've again got Michael Jordan, but this time he shares the cover alongside Hakeem Olajuwon back in their college days, and this is the 1984 NBA Draft Guide. It was an insert inside of the NBA Today magazine. This one's graded as a CGC 8.5, and it sold on Golden Auctions for $1,342. We're going to MJ with the Wizards, 2001 Sports Illustrated, Michael Jordan versus the Young Guns. It's a CGC 9.8. This one sold on Golden Auctions for $1,348. Not just a strong month for Michael Jordan, but also a strong month for Golden Auctions. Again, Michael Jordan, 9.8. Golden Auctions. This one's from 1997. Is the Jordan Dynasty the NBA's best ever? And this one went for $1,348. Here we've got a different legend, and that is the great Jackie Robinson. He's on the cover of Negro Heroes from 1948, and this one's graded as CGC 5.0, sold on Heritage Auctions for $1,440. Back to the GOAT, it's MJ on the cover of Sports Illustrated from 1993. This is the Hangin' Tough cover, driving past Anthony Mason with the New York Knicks. It's a CGC 9.6, sold for $1,464 on Golden Auctions. From 1984, it is the second Sports Illustrated cover for Michael Jordan playing for Team USA in the Los Angeles Olympics. This is a CGC 7.5 newsstand copy, sold on Golden Auctions for $1,464. Here we've got Pistol Pete on the cover of Inside Basketball from 1970, playing for LSU, and got those floppy socks on. Of course, Pistol Pete had a young and untimely death, and his autograph is therefore pretty tough to get. He also had an inscription there, 1 Corinthians 2:14. This one has been autographed and authenticated by JSA, and it sold on eBay for $1,499.95. From 1975, here is the Ryan Express, Nolan Ryan. This is his first Sports Illustrated cover. It's a newsstand, graded as a CGC 9.0, sold on Golden Auctions for $1,586. From 1971, two boxing greats. That's Joe Frazier, that's Muhammad Ali. This was, I believe, the first of their three fights, which Frazier did win this one. It says the end of the Ali legend, but he would go on to defeat Joe Frazier two other times. And this one's graded at a CGC 9.2 in newsstand, sold on Golden Auctions for $1,620. From 1986, Michael Jordan on the cover of Sports Illustrated. This is his fourth cover. It's the One Man Gang issue. This one is a newsstand, graded as a CGC 8.5, sold on Golden Auctions for $1,830. Man, Golden Auctions and Michael Jordan just seem to go together like peanut butter and jelly. This is a 1989 Sports Illustrated cover. It's the Raging Bull issue. It's a newsstand. It's a CGC 9.6. Golden Auctions sold this one for $1,830. All right, we're going to move into the honorable mention section that is non-sports, and this is Hitler on the cover of Time magazine in 1941, and it's a CGC 6.5. This one sold on Heritage Auctions for $1,140. We got another Time magazine. Time magazine has been doing pretty strong here recently, and this is Al Capone, Scarface, on the cover of Time back in 1930, and it is ungraded, but it appears to be a newsstand, and it sold on eBay raw for $1,200. Don't forget that Nintendo Power has some collectability. Here's a 1994 issue with Donkey Kong on the cover, graded as a CGC 9.8. This one sold on Heritage Auctions for $1,500. And the predecessor of Nintendo Power was Nintendo Fun Club News. And this was issue number one of that publication from 1987. Got Super Mario there on the cover. It's a CGC 6.0, and it went in auction on eBay with 18 bids, sold for a final price of $2,180.38. Here's some more love for Time magazine. This is from 1999. It is the first Pokemon cover, and this is a nice CGC 9.4 copy, sold on Golden Auctions for $2,501. Not many months go by where you don't see at least one strong sale of this issue, and that is the Premier Playboy issue number one from 1953. That, of course, is Marilyn Monroe on the cover. This is CGC 4.5 copy. It's sold on Golden Auctions for $3,960. And I told you that Time Magazine has been strong, and I am proud to say that this was actually my sale right here. This was my own copy of Einstein's first Time Magazine cover from 1929. I bought this guy raw off of eBay for about $300, cleaned it, pressed it myself, sent it in to be graded by CGC, came it back as a 7.5, which was the highest graded copy of this issue, and it sold on Golden Auctions last month for $4,880. And let's now move into the top 10. And number 10 last month was the issue number one for Sports Illustrated from 1954. Of course, we see this one quite often. This is a CGC 9.8 copy. You've got Hall of Famer Eddie Matthews on the cover. This one sold on eBay for $2,000 flat. There have been 966 copies graded. It's the most frequently graded Sports Illustrated issue of all time. There are 96 9.8s, and there are 0 copies graded higher. Coming in at number 9, we've already seen this issue previously. It's the second Sports Illustrated cover for Michael Jordan, once again playing for Team USA. This is a CGC 7.0 newsstand, sold on Golden Auctions for $2,500. There have been 73 newsstand copies of this issue graded. At the 7.0 level, it is a Pop 10, and there are 46 copies graded higher. Coming in at number 8, again, it's issue number one for Sports Illustrated. The previous one we saw went for $2,000 flat on eBay, but this seller had a little bit more success on Heritage Auctions with a final price of $2,640. Coming in at number 7, this was the first swimsuit edition for Sports Illustrated. It's from 1964, and this is graded as a CGC 9.2. Only 16 newsstand copies of this have been graded, and this is a Pop 3 with none higher, sold on Golden Auctions for $2,751. Here's the iconic and highly coveted first pro cover for Michael Jordan on Sports Illustrated. That's from 1984. It's the A Star Is Born cover. This is a CGC 4.5 newsstand, sold for a very strong price of $3,000. This is a pretty notable sale. I've talked many times in the past about how I foresee a future where some of the elite and highly coveted issues will sell for really strong prices as a newsstand, even when they're at low grade, just because that's something that you see with comics, that's something that you see with sports cards, and the pop counts on some of these high-end newsstand issues just, seems to make sense. And so we've seen more and more examples of that now lately, and this is definitely a good example here. A CTC 4.5. There's 115 newsstand copies of this issue graded. This is a Pop 4 with 103 copies higher, still sold on eBay for $3,000. Coming in at number 5, this is the holy grail of the Sports Illustrated collection, and it's Mickey Mantle's first cover from 1956. This is a newsstand graded at a CGC 6.0, and it sold on Golden Auctions for $3,172. There have been 73 newsstand copies of this issue graded. That is combining the centerfold variant with the non-centerfold variant. This particular issue here is not the centerfold variant, which means that it is missing pages 37 through 40, and this is a Pop 8 with 40 copies graded higher. Coming in at number 4, here is the first Sports Illustrated cover for Michael Jordan from 1983, still in college alongside teammate Sam Perkins. It's a CGC 7.0 newsstand, and it sold on eBay for $3,650. There have been 167 newsstand copies of this issue graded. This is a Pop 21 with 36 copies graded higher. Coming in at number 3, it is Iron Mike Tyson, here known as Kid Dynamite. It's his first Sports Illustrated cover from 1986. This is a newsstand and it's graded as a strong CGC 9.6. There have only been 47 newsstand copies of this issue graded, and this is a Pop 2 with only 2 copies graded higher, both of which are, of course, a 9.8. And this one sold on eBay for $4,000. Coming in at number 2, we're going to finish strong with some more golden auction Michael Jordan sales. This is Newsweek from 1992. I've always been a fan of the Newsweek sports covers. This one has Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, and Magic Johnson, and it's graded as a beautiful CGC 9.8. Sold on Golden for $4,307. There have been 38 copies of this issue graded, and this is a Pop 2 with none graded higher. And the highest selling sports magazine from last month was Michael Jordan, 1990 Sports Illustrated cover. It's another bull run going up against the Trailblazers, and this CGC 9.8 copy sold on Golden Auctions for $12,200. There have been 53 newsstand copies of this issue graded, and this is one of only 3 9.8s with none graded higher. All right, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. If you have not yet done so, please subscribe to this channel. I also appreciate likes and comments. And until the next video, we'll see you guys next time.